Okay, this is my video to show how I wired up these ambient LED lights in the Sonata. So here I have the box back here. It's just tucked away, nothing crazy. I didn't do anything extremely neat or anything, but so basically I have the red lead for the power. That is crimped onto this. I have it crimped to the red. This is a fuse tap. I believe it's a micro 2 fuse tap. I don't know if you could see there, but that port that I'm using is the cigarette lighter port. So if you see power socket or cigarette lighter or cigar, whatever it might say on your car, that's where I put it on. The wire on this car has to go this way because that's the original way where the power goes. The original fuse, I believe, is on the top. Actually, yeah, it's on the top. The original fuse is on the top, so closest to you. And the wire is in line with the original fuse. So when you go to wire this, make sure that your original fuse is on the bottom of the fuse tap, in line with the wire. The additional fuse has to be less than the original fuse size for the new lights. So I think it was a 20 amp fuse, I believe. Let me just see if I can check. Yeah, it was a 20 amp fuse. So the 20 amp is on the top there, in line with the wire. And behind that, if you can see it, I have a 5 amp fuse to feed the lights. The ground, I crimped it onto a ring terminal. I drilled a hole into this bracket here, and I put a nut, and I put the ring terminal with a washer. So the ring terminal is in between the washer and the nut. And I think I have a locking washer on top of that as well, just to keep it secure. So that's it for the power. Now, I ran this wire. I had to pull this up a little bit, but I fed the wire into here. I unscrewed this screw off to pop this trim off, and that gives you a little bit more wiggle room to get access to here. And then I popped it back on once I had the strip in place, and the wire just fed through until it came out the bottom here, and then connected it to the box. I would recommend you also take off this screw as well, because that makes this lower piece, this whole piece, loosen up a little bit, so you can pull this out comfortably and finagle anything the way you need to. But I don't think it's really necessary, but I did, so why not? You don't need to touch this one. This one is different, that's separate. This is the only screw you need to take out, and this one. So that's it for the left side. It's pretty much the same on the right side as well, except when you go to pull this trim piece off, this trim piece just pops out. Get a trim tool and gently start from that end, pull it out. Make sure you work near all the clips. Don't force anything, or else you will break the clips. This side, this comes out. Again, use a trim tool to do all these, because you don't want to break any of these clips or lose these inserts. So what I did was I ran the wire from the left side over there through this pass through. I don't know if you're able to see it or not, but if you can't, it's just right in here. It comes out, and if you reach down, well, I would suggest you come from this side, honestly. Feed it down and then feed it through this way so that it comes out in the back under the dashboard on this side. But if you see it, I have the wire. It's coming out right here. And so what I did was, once you pull this off, this trim piece, you'll see screws, a couple of screws that hold this bottom trim. You're going to want to remove those screws so you can pop this trim out. You pull this away. Remove this screw. You pull this away. And then that gives you access so you can run the wire nice and clean. And you can't really even see where it begins because the wire is tucked pretty nicely in there. But that's where it ends pretty much, right there. You could go a little further, but I think there's something in the way here, like a little bracket. So you're not going to probably be able to go beyond this point. So I just ran it just like that, and then this was the trickiest part because it's too tight right here. It was really tricky to get that corner, so I was going to do it all the way up, but then I ended up just trimming it to right there. But that's it. So put the light strip in, pull this piece out after taking out the screws, okay? And then you just run the wire. I ran it, I believe, on the inside here, so it's not on the outside of these brackets, it's on the inside. And then it just ran down, and then I pulled it out on the bottom. You could even probably go in through the glove compartment if you can, and then it just ran right down under there, right to the other side. Plug it into the box and you're done. And then for this switch, I just put the wire and attached it to this. So when you put it all back, you know, just make sure everything's in there, not in the way of any clips or anything. And then you just, you know, tidy up the wires, make them comfy, and that's it, really. Got it upside down. Hang on, folks. So just gonna make sure that wire is out of the way. Just trying to do this one-handed, sorry. Make sure the wire's out of the way. And that's it. That's it. So now that's out the way, nice and neat, and you got a nice switch. You could change all the different modes and stuff, or you could turn it off. Oh, you gotta hold it, I think, to turn it back on. Yep. See? And that's it.